Good morning, everyone. I'll get into the Zeke who thing in just a minute, but this thing is just getting. I mean, it's pretty much all I think about right now. Is extremely annoying. I can't think about what's going on with the nuts and bolts of the team because my mind is on Zeke, my mind is on Dak, and a little bit on Amari and Jalen and Byron Jones. All in all. So I just want us to get it done. We need Zeke and Dak for obvious reasons. We can't get rid of Amari Cooper for obvious reasons as well. Then that leaves Jalen and Byron Jones, and both of those are such top quality human beings, and both of them are physical beasts. You're not going to find another Jalen Smith because there's nobody that can do what he does. You're not going to find another Byron Jones because he broke the combine with the things that he does. So I'm just ready for this thing to be over with, just like you. It's really getting on my nerves, and you see things that make you want to just like get it done. For instance, with Dak, if you're watching what's going on with Jimmy Garoppolo, I think I said in my blog a couple of days ago that he threw 5 consecutive interceptions at practice, and then he had a horrible game. And you think back to when the 49ers, who were in such a desperate position to get a quarterback. I don't want to go back to that desperate position where we need a quarterback. We went through that. Some of us, we went through the Chad Hutchinson, Quincy Carter, all those. I can't throw all the names out right now, but we went through all those names, and it was just like the worst time as a Cowboy fan. At least during the Romo years or whatever, we were winning. You know what I'm saying? During that time, we wasn't winning. We were a laughing stock and all that kind of stuff. And I don't want to go back there. The San Francisco 49ers were there, and they paid Jimmy Garoppolo a record-breaking contract, $27.5 million a year he only had 2 starts, I think 5 touchdowns. And that's the NFL experience that he had. And then you're gonna give him that one, and you're not even thinking, why would Bill Belichick get rid of this guy? Why would he agree to it? I know there was some tension in New England. I don't know all behind the scenes of what happened there. But if Jimmy Garoppolo was gonna be the next great thing, why in the world would the greatest coach of all time let him go? So you end up paying $27.5 million. Now he's playing he's not playing well at all. I think he posted a 0 passing rating. And the San Francisco fan base, they have to be wondering, is this the guy? Did we spend all this money for nothing? Or all that kind of stuff. So the quarterback, when you have one, you have to keep him. And it's not about the worth, because Jimmy Garoppolo was not worth 27.5. It was the market that made San Francisco pay Jimmy Garoppolo 27.5. It's not Dak being worth, and I'm gonna say 40 million because that was a LIE sent out by somebody to get a certain reaction, and some people still holding on to 40 million. With Dak getting 33 million or 30, somewhere around 33 million or whatnot, no, that's not what he deserves. That's what the market is going to force us to pay him. So our hands are cuffed to the market, not to the player and all that kind of stuff with Dak. So that has to play out. But I appreciate Dak, what he's doing and staying with the team and all that kind of stuff. Zeke, I understand Zeke's position. So some of Zeke's position, some I don't. But he felt disrespected by the Zeke who comment, which I don't really think he did. I think he knows Jerry Jones enough to know Jerry was just kidding. I think he knows Jerry Jones enough to know that Jerry Jones has his back especially because of the accident situation that Zeke got in one of Jerry's cars. So I don't think there's real emotion there, but there is negotiating there. And then with the agent saying, yeah, Zeke and I was not happy about that thing. We're going back to Cabo. So the part that I understand with his side of the story is that Zeke is in a different place than Dak. Dak's going to get paid because of his position. Dak will probably get paid for a while because of his position. Quarterbacks are playing. I mean, look at Breeze is old. Brady is stupid old. Roethlisberger is old. Phillip Rivers is old. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers is getting up there, and it don't look like he's going to slow down anytime soon. So a quarterback, and what, Dak is 26? A quarterback can play a long time and get 2, maybe even 3 contracts or whatever. So Dak is going to get a lot of money being a starting, as long as he's a starting quarterback in the NFL. Zeke, on the other hand, this might be the one big contract he gets. Yes, this is early. No. This is early. I think somebody said Aaron Donald may have done it or whatever. It has been done before, but this is real early to try to go get your money. But this is like probably going to be his only big contract unless he kills it and stays perfectly healthy. That's another thing with the running back. If Zeke loses a year in injuries, his value is going to come down. Just like Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson, when the injuries start to happen, his value start dropping. Minnesota let him go and things of that sort. And that's what. And now he's playing in Washington within a stable of backs. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happens to a running back. So I understand that, and I get where he's coming from, but it is kind of early, and it just needs to be done. I don't like it's starting to get a little bit annoying right now because they need to sign after this 3rd preseason game. Because that's the one that if Zeke signs right after this 3rd preseason game, there's enough time for him to get out there, work with the team or whatever, and be starting week 1. But it needs to happen basically this week. That's why I'm a little anxious. It needs to happen this week, because we're going to need them, especially those first 3 games of the season. Because I don't want to call them gimme wins, but those are 3 winnable games for the Cowboys. I think it's the Giants, the Redskins, and the Dolphins. So they're very winnable games. And if we have Ezekiel Elliott, it's going to be even better. And then on Zeke's part, you need to get in, because all this chatter that Jerry Jones has turned against you with the Zeke who comment, because a lot of people are just jumped on back at that, saying, yeah, we don't need him. We can use Pollard, which I don't agree with, because I need to see Pollard in real time. But if Pollard comes out there in real time during the season and goes off versus the Redskins, might can happen, goes off versus the Giants, even easier to happen, and goes off versus the Dolphins, even easier to happen. That's going to blow up. That's going to blow up all leverage that Ezekiel Elliott has. So again, it has to happen this week. I'll be here, and we'll see if it happens. All right, holla. Peace.